Today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders versus Jalen Hurts and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the And right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening. Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A first down and more for Jacobs. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Rolling to his left. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. Very, very strong. Well over 100 yards.
He should get the ball early and often here, too. I mean, when you're riding the performance of last week into this game, his confidence level has to be off the charts. Go ahead and keep feeding him.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Throwing is Hurts. They'll roll him out right. Hurts fumbles it. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first. They're already trailing here in this first quarter. Last thing they needed was to cough the football. Well, they coughed it up, but luckily for them, it went out of bounds.
Yeah, still a long way to go. But when you're losing, every possession takes on a little bit more importance, doesn't it? And in that case, they almost made this game a lot more difficult for themselves by turning it over. Fortunate there.
2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. This is Bell on the dump-off. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he will have a Steelers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Hurts sets up to throw it. Steps away. He'll check it down to Bell. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game. Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one. We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week. Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A check on the numbers a week ago for Waller. 5 catches, 64 yards. And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time. On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 83 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt. For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again? Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter. It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions. And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second down, Jacobs once more. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, Hurts on the move to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. To throw his car. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
And he's dropped right at the 40, gain of 3. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Here's Hurts to throw. Rolling to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. And with the day he's having, as we look at some of these highlights, maybe he wants to duplicate this pregame meal next week.
Whatever it is, guaranteed he will ask for the exact same thing.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing now is Carr. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Here's Carr to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help them. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr, that's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And here's Hofrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, with the conclusion we draw so far, they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens out in front as that game moves towards halftime. Hollywood Marquise Brown, a touchdown reception. From there, let's get over to Arizona to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. DeAndre Hopkins, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. Chris Carson has a touchdown run. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. His feet, what he's been able to do individually running the ball, it's kind of kept him in this game.
No doubt about it, because if he's not making the plays that we've seen, they are really getting blown out in this one. I don't think they have any chance at all. He's keeping them in striking distance, hoping to get some help from the defensive side of the ball so maybe some of these plays can turn into plays that maybe put them in the lead.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
On 2nd and 7, Hurts being chased out left. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On second down, it's Bell. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half. Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a first down.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. On second and goal, Hurts forced out to his left. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
On second and 9, Carr will get this underneath to Jacobs. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Steps away to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold up. It's second down. Hurts. Out to his left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. On 2nd and 9. Hurts. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Carr. It's brought in by Harris. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And Jacobs, I don't think is going to get there. No. It is short of the first. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity in the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Rolling to his left. Hurts fumbles it, and the Raiders pick it up. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Carr going to throw. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Jacobs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 148 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Now Carr. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Henry runs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here. They've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Bass on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it winds up at 6 points for the Raiders. After the touchdown pass to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So now it appears they're going to accept. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Las Vegas, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll have another home date next week as the Kansas City Chiefs come to town. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try to make a